Have you ever considered the quiet, often unseen lives unfolding in the vast, untamed landscapes of America, far from the gleaming towers and bustling thoroughfares of our hyper-connected cities? Imagine a solitary figure, a rancher named Jake Dawson, whose world is defined by the rhythm of the land in rural Wyoming. His days begin before the sun crests the horizon, marked by the lowing of cattle and the scent of sagebrush carried on the wind. For years, Jake's existence has been one of profound independence, a testament to resilience, but also a poignant narrative of isolation. His connection to the world beyond his fence lines often felt as distant and unreachable as the very stars that blanket his night sky, a stark contrast to the relentless hum of modern progress. Yet, even in this remote expanse, the tendrils of the future found a way to reach Jake. His weathered pickup truck, a loyal companion through countless sunrises and sunsets, symbolized a life steeped in tradition, a life seemingly untouched by the digital age. But within Jake, there stirred a quiet longing, a dream that transcended the dirt roads and endless fields. He harbored a deep admiration for the audacious visionaries of our time, particularly those charting new courses in sustainable technology and innovation. The idea of an electric vehicle, specifically a Tesla Model 3, was not merely about transportation. For Jake, it was a potent symbol of a future where even the most isolated corners of the world could be reconnected, a beacon of progress that seemed impossibly out of reach. This dream, nurtured in the quiet solitude of his ranch, was a private aspiration, a silent counterpoint to the rugged simplicity of his daily life. Then, the unimaginable happened. One ordinary day, amidst the familiar chores of ranching, a digital message arrived, shattering the predictable cadence of Jake's world. It wasn't a local news update or a message from a neighbor. It was a video. Communication from Elon Musk himself, the very embodiment of the future Jake so admired. The news, delivered with an almost surreal casualness, was that Jake's quiet admiration had not gone unnoticed. In an extraordinary act of philanthropy and recognition, he was being gifted a brand new Tesla Model 3. The sheer disbelief that washed over Jake was quickly followed by an overwhelming surge of joy and awe. This wasn't just a car. It was a tangible manifestation of a dream, an unexpected bridge between his isolated reality and the cutting edge of technological advancement. The ripple effect was instantaneous and profound. What began as a deeply personal moment for Jake quickly escalated into a media phenomenon. Reporters, photographers, and curious onlookers descended upon his once secluded ranch, transforming it into a temporary hub of global interest. The quiet rancher, who had spent a lifetime in the shadows of the Wyoming plains, was suddenly thrust into the spotlight, the unlikely protagonist of a modern-day fairy tale. Questions abounded. How did this happen? Why Jake? The frenzy was intense. Yet through it all, Jake's heart remained full, understanding instinctively that this gift transcended its material value. It was a powerful affirmation that dreams, no matter how far-fetched or how remote the dreamer, possess an inherent power to attract the impossible. As Jake eventually took the wheel of his sleek, silent Tesla, navigating the familiar dusty tracks of his ranch, the experience was more than just a drive. It was a profound journey of realization. The car, a stark contrast to the landscape, became a powerful metaphor for connection, perseverance, and the boundless potential of human aspiration. His story, amplified by the unexpected generosity, began to echo far beyond the plains of Wyoming, becoming a testament to the idea that even in the most unlikely of places, the future arrives and the seemingly impossible can indeed become a vibrant, tangible reality. It was a vivid illustration that the universe, in its own mysterious way, sometimes aligns to bring the extraordinary within reach, reminding us all that genuine dreams, held close and true, have a remarkable way of coming true, transforming not just individual lives, but also the collective narrative of what is possible. This remarkable turn of events for Jake Dawson isn't just a feel-good story. It's a fascinating lens through which to explore the evolving relationship between technology, remote communities, and the very concept of progress. For centuries, humanity has grappled with the challenges of distance and isolation, with innovation often being the key to bridging these divides. From the Pony Express riders galloping across the American West, connecting nascent settlements with vital information, to the transcontinental railroad that physically stitched the nation together, the drive to overcome geographical barriers has been a constant in human history. Jake's Tesla, silently navigating the same plains once traversed by horse and rail, represents the latest iteration of this enduring quest. It embodies a shift from merely overcoming physical distance to transcending the perceived digital and cultural chasm that can separate rural life from the technological vanguard. This historical thread of connection through innovation highlights how advancements aren't just about speed or efficiency. They are fundamentally about expanding horizons and fostering a sense of belonging, even in the most solitary of lives. The story of Jake is thus not an anomaly, but rather a contemporary chapter in a long-running saga of human ingenuity striving to bring the world closer together, demonstrating that the yearning for connection and progress is as old as civilization itself, merely manifesting in new electrifying forms. Delving deeper into the main concepts that underpin this narrative, the Tesla Model 3 itself stands as a pivotal artifact of our era, representing far more than just an electric car. It embodies a paradigm shift in automotive engineering, challenging entrenched notions of what a vehicle can be. At its core, the Model 3 is a testament to cutting-edge battery technology, offering ranges that were once unthinkable for electric vehicles, making long-distance travel a viable reality, even in expansive states like Wyoming. Its minimalist interior, dominated by a central touchscreen, reimagines the driving experience, integrating navigation, entertainment, and vehicle controls into a seamless digital interface. Furthermore, the Model 3's over-the-air software updates mean that the car continuously evolves, gaining new features and improvements long after it leaves the factory floor. This constant evolution transforms the vehicle from a static product into a dynamic, intelligent platform. Beyond the hardware, Tesla's commitment to building a proprietary supercharger network has been critical to overcoming range anxiety, especially in vast, sparsely populated regions. While challenges certainly remain for rural EV owners, the very existence of a high-performance, long-range electric vehicle like the Model 3 in Jake's hands speaks to a broader societal movement toward sustainability and technological integration, even in environments traditionally resistant to rapid change. It's a tangible symbol of a future where clean energy and advanced computing converge, not just in urban centers, but potentially across every landscape. The broader implications of Jake's story extend far beyond the personal triumph of one rancher. His experience illuminates the profound societal shifts occurring as technology permeates every facet of our lives, even in the most remote corners. It challenges the conventional wisdom that rural areas are inherently disconnected or resistant to innovation. Instead, it highlights a growing recognition of the digital divide, not just in terms of internet access, but in access to the tools and technologies that shape our future. Jake's Tesla becomes a symbol of bridging this divide, demonstrating that advanced technology can empower individuals and isolated communities, offering new forms of mobility, connectivity, and even economic opportunity. Furthermore, this narrative offers a compelling counterpoint to the often negative portrayal of technology as something that further isolates us. In Jake's case, a technological marvel like the Tesla, facilitated by a global figure, actively fostered connection, connecting Jake to a dream, connecting him to a wider audience, and connecting the traditional world of ranching with the cutting edge of sustainable transport. It subtly suggests that the future isn't just about urban centers adopting new tech. It's about how these innovations can democratize access, stimulate new ways of thinking about resource management, and redefine the very nature of community and self-reliance in a world that is increasingly interconnected, yet still deeply diverse in its lived experiences. However, the integration of cutting-edge technology into traditional, remote environments is not without its challenges, and Jake's story, while inspiring, also serves as a subtle prompt to address common myths and practical controversies surrounding electric vehicles, especially in rural settings. One prevalent misconception is that electric vehicles are impractical for long distances or in areas with extreme temperatures. While range can be affected by cold weather, modern EVs, like the Model 3, are designed with sophisticated battery management systems to mitigate these effects. The more significant challenge for a rancher like Jake, leaving many remote areas as charging deserts. This necessitates careful planning for longer trips and potentially relying on slower Level 2 charging at home, which can take many hours. Another myth suggests that EVs are fragile or unsuitable for rugged terrain. However, their robust construction and instant torque can make them surprisingly capable. A more nuanced controversy arises around the environmental impact of battery production and disposal, a valid concern that requires ongoing innovation in recycling and sustainable manufacturing. Furthermore, the perception of EVs as luxury items, inaccessible to the average person, is slowly being dismantled by models like the Model 3, though initial purchase costs remain higher than many traditional gasoline vehicles. Jake's unexpected acquisition highlights these real-world considerations, showcasing how a dream meets the practicalities of everyday life, forcing a re-evaluation of what it truly means to adopt future technologies in diverse landscapes. In conclusion, Jake Dawson's journey from solitary rancher to the recipient of an unexpected technological marvel is more than just a heartwarming anecdote. It's a potent narrative about the enduring power of dreams, the transformative potential of innovation, and the surprising ways in which our increasingly interconnected world can bridge vast distances, both geographical and aspirational. His story underscores the idea that progress isn't confined to urban laboratories or Silicon Valley boardrooms. It resonates and finds fertile ground even in the quietest, most remote corners of the world. The Tesla Model 3, a symbol of sustainable mobility and digital integration, becomes a profound metaphor for connection, reminding us that the human yearning for progress and belonging is universal. It challenges us to look beyond immediate practicality and consider the broader implications of technology as an enabler of human potential, fostering new forms of community and breaking down perceived barriers. Jake's experience invites us to reflect on our own unfulfilled aspirations, to question the boundaries we set for ourselves, and to embrace the unexpected avenues through which dreams can manifest. Ultimately, it reinforces the invaluable role of curiosity in our lives, urging us to remain open to the improbable, to continue learning, and to believe that sometimes the most extraordinary connections and transformations emerge from the most unlikely of places, reminding us that the future is not just something that happens to us, but something we actively shape, one dream, one innovation, and one unexpected connection at a time. Now consider the fascinating dynamics that unfold when such a profoundly modern artifact, like a cutting-edge electric vehicle, makes its debut in a community rooted deeply in tradition and the rugged realities of ranching. Imagine the initial reactions of Jake's neighbors, men and women accustomed to the reassuring rumble of diesel engines, the tangible mechanics of internal combustion, and the self-reliant ethos of fixing things with their own hands. Their initial gaze upon the silent, sleek lines of the Tesla would likely have been a complex blend of curiosity, skepticism, and perhaps even a touch of bewilderment. This wasn't merely a new truck. It was a technological declaration, a silent, challenge to conventional wisdom about what belonged on a dirt road in rural Wyoming. The conversations at the local feed store or over fence lines would undoubtedly shift, moving from cattle prices and weather patterns to the silent marvel now traversing Jake's property, prompting a subtle yet significant shift in the community's collective consciousness. This phenomenon extends beyond mere novelty. It becomes a catalyst for deeper cultural introspection within the community. When a symbol of global innovation lands squarely in their midst, it compels individuals to re-evaluate their own relationship with progress. Will it spark a quiet revolution in local thinking, encouraging discussions about alternative energy sources for their homes or ranches, or perhaps even inspiring the next generation to pursue careers in renewable technology? The presence of Jake's Tesla might subtly erode long-held assumptions that such advancements are exclusively for urban centers, or that they are somehow incompatible with the rhythms of rural life. It could foster an unexpected bridge between the self-sufficient spirit of the plains and the global push toward sustainability, demonstrating that technological leaps are not just about convenience, but about empowering diverse ways of living and working. Jake, by simply continuing his daily routines with this new mode of transport, implicitly transformed into an unintentional ambassador for a different kind of future. He wasn't giving presentations or leading workshops. His influence stemmed from the quiet, persistent demonstration of the vehicle's capabilities in a practical, demanding environment. When a neighbor sees him effortlessly towing a small trailer, or when the vehicle silently navigates a muddy track that would challenge many conventional pickups, it offers a tangible, undeniable proof of concept. This organic, peer-to-peer demonstration carries far more weight than any marketing campaign, gradually chipping away at preconceived notions and fostering a genuine curiosity that might eventually translate into broader adoption or at least a more open dialogue about the role of technology in their lives. Building on this, the very identity of rural begins to undergo a subtle redefinition. For too long, rural existence has often been framed by what it lacks compared to urban environments: fewer amenities, less immediate access to certain services, and a perceived technological lag. However, Jake's narrative powerfully reclaims the rural as a space of unique adaptability and selective innovation. It suggests that these vast landscapes are not merely recipients of urban overflow, but active participants in shaping the future, demonstrating how traditional industries can integrate cutting-edge solutions without sacrificing their core values. This narrative encourages a vision where rural communities are not defined by their distance from metropolitan hubs, but by their capacity to blend enduring traditions with forward-thinking solutions, creating a resilient and dynamic way of life that is both deeply rooted and globally connected. Yet, beyond the initial awe and cultural shifts, the practicalities of maintaining such a sophisticated machine in a remote setting introduce an entirely distinct set of considerations. Unlike a conventional pickup truck, which can often be serviced by a local mechanic with basic tools and readily available parts, a Tesla requires specialized diagnostic equipment, proprietary software, and highly trained technicians. Now, consider the logistical puzzle Jake might face if a complex system component fails, or if a software update encounters an unforeseen glitch far from a certified service center. This scenario isn't about simply finding a charging station. It's about the intricate ecosystem of support that high-tech products demand. Such a situation necessitates a new level of self-reliance, perhaps even fostering ingenious local solutions or highlighting the need for remote diagnostic capabilities and mobile service units to truly bridge the service gap for rural EV owners, pushing the boundaries of what field service truly means. Ultimately, Jake's story, beyond the fleeting media attention, begins to weave itself into the fabric of local legend, transforming from a news item into a sustained narrative. The Tesla, once a symbol of an unattainable future, becomes a familiar sight, a part of the landscape, and a constant reminder of the day the world unexpectedly reached out to a humble rancher. It's a testament to the fact that progress isn't just about grand designs or global corporations. It's profoundly shaped by the individual lives it touches, and by how those individuals and their communities adapt, incorporate, and ultimately redefine what it means to live at the cutting edge, even when that edge is found amidst endless plains and under an expansive starry sky. Reflecting on the journey we've undertaken, exploring the intersection of deeply rooted existence and the accelerating pulse of global innovation, a compelling synthesis begins to crystallize. We've witnessed how an individual's quiet longing for a future often perceived as distant can, through an unforeseen alignment of circumstances, become a vibrant, tangible reality. This convergence is more than a mere fortunate turn of events. It speaks to the very essence of human aspiration, meeting the frontier of possibility. What initially appears as an isolated incident, upon closer examination, reveals itself as a microcosm of larger forces at play, where the boundaries between the imagined and the actual blur in the most unexpected and profound ways. It underscores a fundamental truth that the spirit of progress, often associated with bustling urban centers and high-tech hubs, possesses an inherent capacity to permeate even the most seemingly untouched landscapes, sparking a quiet revolution of thought and experience. This unfolding scenario compels us to reconsider conventional notions of where innovation truly resides and how it percolates through society. The arrival of a groundbreaking advancement in an environment traditionally defined by its remove from such developments acts as a powerful recalibrating agent. It challenges ingrained perceptions of isolation, revealing not a void, but a fertile ground where modernity can take root and flourish in unique ways. The very act of integrating a symbol of cutting-edge design and sustainability into a setting steeped in heritage initiates a dialogue that transcends simple utility. It prompts a deeper contemplation of connectivity, of how the threads of global progress can weave into the fabric of local life, fostering a richer, more nuanced understanding of what it means to be truly connected in the contemporary world. This isn't merely about bridging physical distance. It's about dissolving conceptual barriers that once separated distinct ways of living, fostering a shared horizon of potential. As we draw these diverse strands together, a clearer picture emerges of the ripple effect that such singular events can generate. The presence of a transformative technology, particularly when it arrives as if plucked from a dream, can serve as a potent catalyst for communal introspection. It prompts conversations that might otherwise remain dormant, encouraging a collective reevaluation of what is possible, both individually and for the wider community. The quiet demonstration of new capabilities, observed in the everyday rhythm of life, often holds more persuasive power than any abstract argument. It's a subtle, yet profound, shift in the collective consciousness, where the previously unimaginable becomes a tangible point of reference, slowly reshaping expectations and fostering a nascent curiosity about what other innovations might integrate seamlessly into a life previously perceived as immutable. This organic absorption of the future into the present creates a new tapestry of experience, rich with both enduring tradition and emerging possibility. The cumulative effect of these interwoven elements points towards a broader understanding of human ingenuity and resilience. It highlights that the yearning for advancement and the desire for connection are not exclusive to any one demographic or geographic location. Instead, they are inherent aspects of the human condition, manifesting in myriad forms across the globe. When the right confluence of vision and opportunity arises, it can unlock pathways that seemed previously impassable, transforming the landscape of daily existence and expanding the very definition of what constitutes a modern life. This journey through a remarkable set of circumstances serves as a powerful reminder that the narrative of progress is ceaselessly written, not just in the grand pronouncements of industry leaders, but in the quiet, transformative moments experienced by individuals in every corner of our shared planet. It is in these unexpected convergences that the true spirit of innovation finds its most compelling expression. The extraordinary narrative of Jake Dawson, the Wyoming rancher, resonates far beyond the dust motes dancing in the vast plains or the sleek lines of a modern electric vehicle. It elevates itself into a profound parable for our interconnected age, illustrating how the most deeply held personal aspirations can, in unforeseen moments, intersect with the sweeping currents of global innovation. This is not merely a tale of a gift received. It is a vivid testament to the enduring human capacity for dreams, a quiet but powerful affirmation that even in the most seemingly isolated corners of the world, the yearning for progress and connection thrives, waiting for the serendipitous moment to manifest. It challenges our preconceived notions of what constitutes remoteness, dissolving the artificial boundaries between traditional ways of life and the vanguard of technological advancement. Jake's journey spotlights a crucial evolution in our understanding of progress itself. For too long, innovation has been perceived as an urban phenomenon, a force originating in the bustling centers of industry and finance, slowly trickling outwards. Yet, this story powerfully reverses that gaze, demonstrating how the very act of bringing cutting-edge technology into a rural landscape can redefine both the technology and the landscape. It forces a re-evaluation of what connected truly means, moving beyond mere internet access to encompass a deeper integration of tools that empower individuals and communities to navigate a rapidly changing world on their own terms. The quiet hum of Jake's Tesla traversing the ranch roads becomes a subtle, yet potent, symbol of this shifting paradigm, suggesting that the future is not a monolithic entity that arrives uniformly, but a mosaic of adaptations and integrations, shaped by the unique needs and aspirations of diverse populations. Moreover, the ripple effect of such an event extends far beyond the immediate recipient. Jake, an unassuming figure, inadvertently became an ambassador for a new kind of dialogue within his community. His daily use of the Tesla, observed by neighbors accustomed to different rhythms and technologies, initiates a silent, organic conversation about sustainability, efficiency, and the unexpected possibilities that arise when tradition meets innovation. It's a powerful form of peer-to-peer education, breaking down skepticism through lived experience rather than abstract argument. This subtle cultural shift underscores how profound changes often begin not with grand pronouncements, but with tangible examples that resonate on a personal level, encouraging a collective reimagining of what is possible and desirable for a community's future. It invites a contemplation of how deeply ingrained practices can evolve without losing their essence, fostering a resilient blend of heritage and foresight. Ultimately, Jake's story reminds us that the human spirit's capacity for adaptation and aspiration is boundless. It's a poignant illustration that the pursuit of a better future isn't confined by geography or circumstance. It's a universal drive that propels us forward, pushing the boundaries of what we believe is achievable. The unexpected arrival of the Tesla in Jake's life serves as a powerful metaphor for the countless ways in which dreams, nurtured in solitude, can find their unexpected pathways to realization, often through the very innovations designed to connect a fragmented world. It encourages us to maintain a deep sense of curiosity, to remain open to the improbable, and to recognize that the most profound transformations can emerge from the simplest of desires, proving that the impossible is often just a dream waiting for the right moment to unfold. The true practice begins now in recognizing these subtle shifts, embracing the ongoing dialogue between tradition and progress, and understanding that the future is not merely something we await, but something we continuously forge, one connection, one innovation, and one fulfilled dream at a time.